Good afternoon, gentlemen. Welcome to a quick lap guide of Fuji Round 3, Season 21, Wheel to Wheel Racing. I'm in the Subaru, of course, and I'll just show you a quick lap. This is the start of the race. So we'll get underway. I'm on the softs, and hopefully I can show you what I'm doing. I'll probably go to bumper view for something different, and then replay it back in in-car view so you can see steering inputs and stuff like that. So we'll get underway. I'll pause it a few times, let you know what I'm doing. So coming into turn one, I'm braking just before that curb. So we'll have a quick look. No, I'm still full throttle. Full brake already. So just that little click. So it's about here, just before the 100 board. No other markers. I'm right back down to first. And I'm trying to get a bit of a late apex just to get the run out the other one. So back in. Yep, hang on. Run out here, flat out. Coming into turn two. I am braking just before the 50 board here. And it's only a slight rub of the brakes, back to fourth, and then I'm sort of trying to get it to shoot out to the next corners. These little bollards too, there's a few corners with these around the track. I'm sort of trying to rub them with my front wheel if I can. So I'm getting as close as I can to these things every time you see them. So off we go, up to fifth in the Subaru, back down to fourth. Right, hang on, can we, I have to go back ages. Alright, so there's a little side road back a bit further, and there's this little dirty spot on the track. I'm using that as a lift spot. You can rub the brakes to get the nose tucked in as well. But yeah, that's sort of, so I'm just before it, I'm just starting to lift. We'll see if we can keep on throttle, nearly right off, back to fourth, full throttle out. This one is just before the 50 board again, before the Waco sign, and I'm back down to second. Get it tucked in, hit that little tiny bit of ribble, up third on the exit just so I don't get too much oversteer. Flat out here, I like to tuck the inside for these next two corners. And we're coming up to a big braking zone here, so I'm braking just after the Dunlop bridge, so maybe as my car goes underneath it, I'll be under the brakes and it'll be right back to first gear. Got it tucked in, you can cut that a fair bit, straight to second, wait for throttle, aim for that little red bollard again. So this corner that leads up to the right-hander, see it's a soft camber, so you've got to be real careful on throttle and real careful on exits, entry, sorry. So you want to get it, you want to start your entry early, because if you leave it late, you're just going to wash wide and you're going to lose heaps of time. So use this green bit of AstroTurf as a reference. So I think I'll be lifting and slightly rubbing the brakes about here, I reckon. So let's not full brakes, slightly rub it. Second, up to third to exit. This one here as well, it's not braking too much, so maybe 30%. Second gear, give it a squirt. You can use a bit of exit there as well. On to the last turn, back to second. I might upshift to third, I might just squirt second, who knows. And that is a lap. We'll get up to the end. It's taken me a while to get it at 38, but I eventually got one. So, yeah, 38.9. I won't be going that fast Sunday, I can tell you. I think most of my laps are probably half a second slower than that. I think medium pace is a second slower again. But let's do a in-car lap without me talking caca. And do we go back to this one? Does that work? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, well, off we go, and then I'll turn it. I'll let this lap finish, and I'll end the stream. All right, thanks, boys. Oh, I guess for the boys that lasted through the video, I know this is a custom race, but I'm pretty sure I could mimic that in lobby. But my settings will be, so max front downforce. So I've added 50 to the rear over Tokyo, and it's going to help a whole heap. Maybe you could probably add another 30 again to settle the car right down. It'll help for the wet as well. So it'll definitely won't be as loose as I was running at Tokyo, just because of the alternating weather. 3 and 3 for the frequency, and the diff, I got the initial torque, so how quick it reacts is right down to as low as it can go. Acceleration sensitivity is 15. If you drop it right down to 5 at a one wheel peel, it sort of won't face backwards, but you won't be able to exit a corner either. It'll just, especially in the wet, it'll spin all the way down the straight one wheel. So you don't want that. You want a bit of bite in the back end. And I have the braking sensitivity turned up a bit. There's really only one corner where it likes to rotate. That's near the end of the lap. That left-hander just before you get to the last corner. It'll want to rotate there, but if it is, back off earlier and don't push the brake so hard. You got to roll it. You sort of want a bit of rotation there anyways, but yeah, that's my happy medium at 25. This won't matter so much in the wet. You'd have to back it in the wet. You'd have to be doing something a bit silly. My brakes, I was adjusting that. I'm thinking running, to ignore the 5, I think I was running about 0 or -1. Don't know why. It feels better for me that way. All right, and that's about it. All right, thanks, boys.